Hey, everybody, welcome back to this week's show. Oh, yeah, I'm on the road once again. I'm currently on a 4 day trip. This is day one of four. All right, let's get into the show. Remember, follow me on Instagram at The Jesus Show NTO. Facebook, you can find me. Type in The Jesus Show, not that one. TikTok at The Jesus Show, not that one. YouTube, you can type in The Jesus Show, not that one. And email me your questions, comments, and concerns, thejesusshow@gmail.com. This week is going to be a Jesusito episode. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm slouching a little bit so that I'm not cutting off my head like this. And I'm not in the frame all weird, but I normally travel with the stand, right? Is it called the stand? Tripod? The tripod that I put the camera on. But today I decided not to because I try to not travel with a bunch of stuff in my bag. So it's not heavier than it needs to be, and I'm not bringing stuff that I don't necessarily need, even though I think I really needed it today because right now it's on top of a water bottle. And sometimes a couple episodes it's fallen off before, and I always tell myself, next time don't do that, make sure you bring the tripod. And then what do? I go, no, I'm not going to take the tripod because I don't want to pack it. Yeah. And also, I feel like I'm a little dark lit. That might be a little better. Maybe that, but I have no way of. Oh, yeah, you know what? Hold on. Maybe slightly? I don't know. Anyways, things I should have done before I hit play. Not play, but record. There we go. Um, okay, let's get into it. So today is the 19th of December, which is the day after the last game of the World Cup. And yes, if you don't know yet, Argentina and Messi are world champions. I'm very happy for Leo because he is, I think now he would be considered the best player on the planet. Before you can say it's arguably he's the best. Arguably he's the best player, yeah. But I think now that he has his World Cup championship, I mean it's hard to say arguably when you have two great players, Cristiano Ronaldo, which I love, Lionel Messi, which I also love. He's undeniable. They're both undeniable. But if you look at them and you go, which one of them has a World Cup? And now you can say, well, Messi does. Does Cristiano? No. I'll get into that a little later. First thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about Luis Suarez? Do you remember Luis Suarez? Do you guys know who Luis Suarez is? He plays for Uruguay. So in 2010, South Africa, right? I think they were in South Africa. It was, I don't know exactly what game it was. I think it was out of the quarterfinals, semifinals. I can't remember which one. No, I don't think it was the semifinals because the semifinals lead into the final. So I think this was the quarterfinals. Um, anyways, Uruguay and Ghana played 2010. And it was, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At one point, towards the end of the game, Luis Suarez is standing on the goal line. He's ready to defend. And one of the Ghanaian players shoots the ball and he jumps, but when he jumps, he uses his hands to bat it out. The result of that was he got a red card. He got thrown out of the game. And Ghana was awarded a PK. Before Suarez goes all the way down to the tunnel, he's watching from the bench as if he's left the field of play. and the Ghanaian player takes a PK and misses it. So he's ecstatic. Uruguay beats Ghana. Ghana gets bounced. Well, fast forward to this World Cup, and I think it was the day before, maybe day before, 2 days before the game. Uruguay and Ghana were playing once again, and I believe that was the last group stage match. And Luis Suarez is up in the press conference. He's on the stage, and a reporter asks him. I think it was a Ghanaian reporter, but I don't know exactly if it was. So maybe I shouldn't say it was a Ghanaian reporter. I don't know who it was. A reporter. That's all I know. Asks him, "Will you apologize for what you did in 2010 to Ghana?" And he didn't. And I'm happy he didn't apologize, because I don't understand the need to have him apologize for what he did in 2010. I would understand if people want, not people, I would understand if the Ghanaian people, the Ghanaian team, if the Ghanaian Federation, Soccer Federation, wanted an apology from him because he clearly touched the ball with his hands and the referee never saw it and the goal never went in and it was this huge injustice. And, he played the next game without any repercussion. And, Uruguay goes on to win the World Cup or something, whatever. But that's not how it worked. Luis Suarez clearly broke the rules of the game of soccer. He handled the ball with his hands, which he's not a goalie, he's a field player, so you're not allowed to do that. And not only did he handle the ball, he handled it right before the ball was supposed to go into the goal. Well, the rules of the game are you get a red card, which he was thrown out of the game for the remainder of that game, and he was suspended for the next game. And Ghana was subsequently awarded a penalty shot. That's to me where that whole situation ends. The Ghanaian player didn't make the shot. He didn't score, and they got bounced. That's just the way shit goes sometimes. Is it completely fair? Probably not. But that's the game that those players are playing. That's the game that I love watching and playing. That's just the way it goes. I think a better question would have been perhaps maybe, well, no question at all to bring that stupid shit up. But if that reporter wanted to drum up some sort of controversy, maybe I would have said, if I were the reporter, maybe said something along the lines of, if you have an opportunity to block the ball again with your hands, will you, or will you not do the same thing you did last time? And to that, you let Luis Suarez say whatever he was going to say. Maybe he says, no, I wouldn't do that again because, I don't know. We always have a chance to go down the other side, go down the other opposite field and score on them. I'm doing my team a disservice by getting thrown out, putting them under pressure, unnecessary pressure. Maybe he says, well, if it's in the dying minutes, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And we don't know exactly what he would have said, because now this just becomes a what if game, because they didn't ask him that question. I don't have Luis Suarez here. Luis, are you here? That's right. He's not here. In my hotel room. So I can't ask him like, hey, how would you react to this? I just think it's stupid. Like, why are you gonna ask a bunch of athletes now to apologize for things that they did during games years ago. Like, that's fucking stupid. That's dumb. Um, Getting back to the World Cup championship game. Did you guys watch that game? Holy shit. What a fucking game. On Sunday, I woke up, not on purpose. Athanasios woke up, I think around 7. Jorge came over to watch him while I took the boys out for their walk. I was out. Well, Jorge got there about 7:30. Walked the boys for about an hour. Got the baby um, situated when I came back. And I want to say maybe in the 25th minute, um, I put the baby down. So I'm in the room with him, putting him down. I'm watching it on my phone. And I think at this point, I don't think it was 2-0 yet. It was 1-0 for sure. So I put the baby down. I'm watching the game. And at this point, it's, I believe, the 75th minute. Still 2-0. Argentina. And it's looking like, France they weren't looking good at all. And in my head, I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like I'm watching Messi win his World Cup outright. Like this is crazy. This is cool. 76th minute, the baby starts crying. It's like, fuck. And he had only been asleep for maybe 30, 35 minutes. So I grab him, I put him on me. I'm in the living room. Now I'm laying down. He's laying on me. He's passed out, and he's cool. He's really cute because he'll go like this to my face, and it's nice. I love it because my son is what I think is showing me affection. I think it just could be something that he does unknowingly, but in my head, I think he's showing me affection, and then it relaxes me. So then I start kind of like, I'm like, oh shit, no, I gotta watch the game. I think it was the 78th minute. Kylian Mbappe. France is awarded a PK, and Mbappe, comes up and is gonna take the PK, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is a goal, obviously. Kylian steps up, boom, he scores. All right, 79th minute, 2-1. That's not bad. I don't think at any point Argentina is gonna implode. And then I think 90 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds later, France score again. Pure pandemonium. And I'm laying there with my son on me, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm texting Greg, my brother Robert, and our other friends in our text message group. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I get on Instagram, and was it that day? No, the day before. The game, the Vikings versus the Colts. The Colts were home. The Colts were up, I believe, like 33-35-0 at halftime on the Vikings, and the Vikings came back to beat them. And so, I don't remember who posted it. Somebody posted. I think it was like one of the sports accounts. And the joke was Argentina's looking a lot like the Colts right now. And I don't even think it was the Colts. It was Argentina's looking a lot like Matt Ryan right now, which Matt Ryan was part of two of the greatest. He was on the wrong end of two of the best NFL comebacks. One of them was against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots when the Falcons should have won and they didn't in the Super Bowl. And then just the day before, they should have beat the Vikings and they didn't. So Matt Ryan has been a part of on the losing end of the greatest Super Bowl comeback in history. And then he was once again on the losing side of the greatest comeback in NFL regular season history. So not two things you want to be remembered for. So again, the joke was, is Argentina looking like Matt Ryan? I was like, oh shit, are you serious? It was 2-2. Regulation times, it's over. Now we go to overtime. And then in overtime, Messi scores. Holy shit, like this game is insane. And then before extra time's over, another penalty for France, which it was a clear penalty. The Argentine defender put his hand, I can't remember if he went like this or if he actually like extended his hand from his body. It was a handball in the box. PK France. Kylian Mbappe comes up, boom, scores. Again, holy shit. And then at the dying minutes, the dying seconds of overtime, France has a clear shot at goal. And the Argentinian goalie just sprawls out, puts his leg out, blocks the ball. Holy shit. Then they go to PKs. Kylian Mbappe is the first one to take his PK. He scores. Okay, here we go. And then Messi, he takes his PK and just makes the goalie look stupid, embarrasses him. France comes up. Like, all right, they'll make it. Nope. Keeper blocks it. Argentina comes up. They make it. So now they're up 2-1. France comes back up. That guy misses it. Holy shit. Argentina comes up. They make it. Now they're up 3-1. France comes up. He makes it. And at this point, the Argentina guy steps up. This was it. At this point, when France missed their second PK, the baby woke up. So now I put him on his back. We're both watching the TV. And it's really cool because he'll watch soccer with me. He clearly doesn't know what's going on. But I think the quick camera cuts from player to player, the wide shots, the vibrant color of the pitch, and the uniforms catches his attention. So he sits there quiet and he'll watch with me. I love it. So then I'm telling him, I said, look, Bobby, that's Lionel Messi. He's the greatest soccer player, and you're watching him. He plays for Argentina. And then, oh, look, that's Kylian Mbappe. He's a really young French player who won the World Cup last time. And I'm telling him about, the shot of Giroud. Giroud. I think that's how you say his name. Giroud. The forward. I'm like, oh, that guy, he's really good too. And I'm, just kind of giving them a little play-by-play. Then, as the Argentinian players coming up to take their shot, if he makes it, they win the World Cup. And I'm telling him, I go, Bobby, if Argentina win, then, that number 10, Lionel Messi, he's going to win the World Cup. And, it's a big deal. And the Argentinian guy comes up, scores a goal. And I was hoping Argentina would win, but I was shocked. Shock went through my body. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I just watched Argentina win a World Cup. Now Messi has his World Cup. Oh man. It was initial shock and then just joy for Messi. And then the announcer on Peacock, because that's how I was watching it. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll look it up and I'll probably mention it on the next episode. But you can tell when he's the guy that goes goal. I didn't know that he's originally from Argentina. He's from Argentina, and then he moved to America. I don't know when, but for a good while now, he's been in America. But he's Argentinian. I just found out. And when he was calling that goal, when he was just yelling, "Goal!" You could like something in me, just the way he was doing it, the way he was saying it, the emotion, the passion. I was like, oh, this is not just a regular like, oh, this is a goal. It sounded like he was almost crying. And then I found out later that he's Argentinian, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, which made it even cooler um, to have him calling the game of his home nation and him experiencing that. Oh man, I can't even imagine. And I sat there watching it with Athanasios, and Messi was popping up on that screen. I said, Bobby, I go, that's the greatest player in the world right there. And I kept telling him, I said, Bobby, maybe one day, who knows? Maybe one day you'll be out there. Um, maybe one day you'll be lifting that cup for the U.S. Who knows? And I tell him to dream big a lot. He's 6 months today. Um, but I always tell my son, I go, dream big, puppy, dream big. Um, but it was really special to watch it with my son and to like tell him, that, oh, that's that. And then aside from that, just man, the joy that was on Messi's face, like I can't even imagine what he's thinking going through. Like, oh man, but I am very, very happy for Argentina, and more so for Messi. And it was also cool to see Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero. Why did I say his name Spanish first name and then I went not Spanish? Sergio Aguero. Aguero, yeah. Aguero. I don't know. Sometimes I question myself how I say Spanish things. Maybe because I don't always speak Spanish. I know I can. I do. But then when I have situations like that, I go, wait, am I saying it right? Anyways, Sergio Aguero. He had to retire, I believe, because of health issues. But he was there for the World Cup, and he was there at the final, obviously. And it was cool to see him celebrating with his former teammates. Um, I thought that was cool because if he was still playing, he would have been there and he would have been celebrating with them. Um, so I thought that was really cool. It was dope. Like I said before, I found it even more special because I got to share that with my son. Um, which leads me every time I talk about my son, not most of the time when I talk about my son, I get all teary eyed and I get all emotional. Um, but last week I was in the Denver airport and I got on YouTube. I was watching videos of Tom Segura and Bobby Lee, and then I come up on a video and it's like a compilation of parents doing sweet things with their kids, or like there was this little girl and she couldn't, I guess her eyes weren't working well. She needed glasses, but I want to say she was maybe like 2. And it was, like telling you like, oh, up until now, Susie hasn't been able to see anybody because her eyesight is just so bad, and these glasses are supposed to correct her vision and help her see clearly. And the mom goes to put the glasses on, and she's like, no. And then the mom just gets it on there right. And you see a little girl, she goes, and she looks around. I'm about to cry. Oh, man. She looks around like, wait. And then you hear her mom go, hi, sweetie. And the little girl looks at her mom and just, I mean, lights up. I'm in the Denver airport at the food court, and I start crying. I was like, oh my God. And then it leads, yeah, I just pinched my nipple. Um, then there was like a couple other, then the video just keeps going. I'm sitting there crying. And I'm like, mind you, there's people sitting next to me in other tables. And I looked up from my phone and I thought to myself, what the fuck are you doing? You're at work, bro. Like, watch this in your room later. Watch this when you get to the house. Like, why are you watching it right now? You're getting sad. Because I see the videos and I go, oh my God, that's so sweet. Oh my God, that's so sad. Then I go, oh, but I want to be with my son and I love him and I do everything for him. Yeah. Watching YouTube videos in public sometimes, depending what it is not necessarily the best idea. Oh man. The things I do. Yeah, that's the show. I just wanted to make this a quick Jesusito update, Jesusito episode. If you didn't watch last week's episode, thank you, AJ De La Garza. Go ahead and watch it. I share some stories, and it's about our good friend AJ, who recently retired from playing professional soccer, and I enjoyed doing last week's episode, and I hope you do as well. And I want you to check it out. Check it out. Remember, tell everybody you know, friends, family, cousins, strangers, whoever, coworkers. Tell them to listen to the Jesus Show, not that one. And remember, rate, like, and share. Wait, rate, like, subscribe, and share the podcast. And I will see you next week.